All right, so let's begin reading. The preface. The preface is typically the first section in a book that kind of lays the foundation or the groundwork for what we're going to take place throughout the book. So, let me read. The story you're about to read concerns certain events that occurred in the early days of my life. It all happened over 170 years ago. For many of you, it might sound like a tall tale because I am no older today than I was back there in the year 1832. But this is no whopper, I'm telling you. It is a story about my boyhood as a slave, my fated encounter with the amazing Tall John from beyond Africa, who could read dreams, fly between galaxies, and make friends with any animal, no matter how wild. Okay, so we got our first note here. Let's click on it and see what I said. This book is written from the first person perspective. All right. When you think of this, young folks, you can think of how when you're playing video games, um, such as Call of Duty, for instance, you don't actually see yourself on the screen. You see everything that is in front of you. That is called point of view. You're the focus. So this is from his point of view. So you're going to see a lot of I statements, things that he's saying in regards to what he's done. I did this. I saw this. I participated in that. Okay? Very important to pick up on. Outstanding. There are many things in the world that most people don't know about. For instance, when I was young, nobody ever dreamed that there would be radios, televisions, powerful jet planes that could fly across the ocean in only a few hours. But all of those things were possible back then, even though nobody knew it. My story is like that. It's about science that seems like magic, even today, about the barbaric practice of slavery that so many of our ancestors had to endure. That's important because this story takes place on a slave plantation. You should dip back and watch my video that I posted about the transatlantic slave trade, where I unpacked it, the impact, why it happened, who was involved, all those things. Great reference. I'm putting down these words because I am only one left alive who remembers what it was like to be a slave in the land of the free, the United States. I think that is important for other people to understand what this experience was like. So let's see our note here. Reminds me of sitting with my grandma and hearing her tell stories. It's a one thing to a wonderful thing to get a chance to sit with your grandparents and other folks and listen to them talk about what took place, what was happening back in the day. We don't spend enough time talking to our elders to get an idea of not only how they lived, the fun they had, the things, but their dreams, to see if what they dreamed back then for us has taken place. I think that is dope, something that we should get more back into doing. But also when it comes to how we resisted, how we fought against things, how we unified, there's a lot of information that our elders have that we can go back to. Back to the reading. I made an oath all those years not to inform the general population about the science I was exposed to back then, but I don't think that by telling this tale I will be breaking my vow. Because most people who read these words won't believe in the incredible inventions that were revealed to me by Tall John. You have quite an imagination to believe in his sonship or his power over dreams. I hope that you will enjoy this tale of adventure and daring do. But even as you thrill to the dangers and valiant trials of the heroes that lived back then, I hope you will get a little understanding of what it was like to live as a slave at that time. Slavery might be the most unbelievable part of this whole story, but I assure you, it really happened. When we read about some of the things that took place during slavery, it can be a challenge to be like, damn, did they really do that? What? They really had that take place. That's an important piece to kind of grapple with when you read about some of the horrible things that they did.